know, with the back looking like a monster truck and then the front looking pretty normal. You can see like this is like the difference pretty much. The front, I can get my hand in, but it's tight right there, versus the back. It's more like you know, I can slide my whole arm into here if I wanted to, you know, no problem. So yeah. So the back should only drop about like an inch. It shouldn't drop any more than really an inch. That's what they said at BMR, that it could drop 3/4 of an inch to an inch. Because I'm not doing the front for right now, because the way my driveway is, I think if I lower the front too, it's gonna rub really bad coming in and out. But yeah, this is our last time looking at the Redeye. Lift it up in the back. Well, not lift it up, but stock in the back. But this is our last little look at the car. Let's look at it from the back. I can't wait to take that. Get that little gap closed in. I went with the BMR suspension. I went with the BMR rear lowering springs and then the BMR rear upper control arm. That way then, once we get it lowered, we'll be all good to go. Yeah, she definitely is a beauty though. Alright y'all boys, I will see you in the garage so we can take a look at the springs and then the upper control arms. Yeah. Alright y'all boys, there goes the Redeye. I actually got the filter off of it right now because I'm cleaning it. It had a bunch of bugs, debris, you know, all that fun stuff that gets in the air filters. It's a lot cleaner now, but for the real reason you guys are watching the video, my rear upper control arm, that's adjustable, and then my rear lowering springs, they're both from BMR. So the rear lowering springs, they say they dropped the car about 1 1/4 inch. But when I spoke to the lady on the phone, since I'm only doing the rear for right now, because I don't want to lower the front of my car yet, she said that since I'm only doing the rear, that it'll drop maybe 3/4 of an inch to maybe an inch. She was like, you know, it all depends. You know, every car is different. But yeah, so hopefully, you know, we'll see how low it drops tomorrow. And then I got their adjustable control arm. This isn't the fully adjustable one. They have one that adjusts a little bit more. But they didn't have any in stock. She said that it would have been until maybe December, January. They would have more of them, which I'm not trying to wait that long. And there goes my grease point. I mean, it feels pretty well quality. But yeah. So, yep, that's all going on the car real early tomorrow. I drop it off tomorrow at like 7 in the morning. So hopefully, you know, by the time I get out of work, I'll be picking the car up. And then as soon as I pick it up, I'll take a video. You know, so we could all see how it looks, the first looks on the car. Hopefully, I just really hope it doesn't squat. You know what I mean? It should sit perfect. I was reading one of the Hellcat forums, and there was actually somebody that did this exact setup on there, but they did it on a Challenger, which I feel like on my Challenger, I feel like it's about the same gap as this has. But they said that when they did this on theirs, that it literally closed the gap perfectly, that it, you know, sat so nice. I'm really not trying to lower my front. That's why I didn't get the front. I could get the front, but I didn't want to get the front for now, because every time I pull into my drive, and my driveway's at a decline, so, and it dips in right at the beginning of the street. So every time I pull in, I got to crab walk up, or, you know, or else I'll scrape. So I can only imagine if I lowered the front, how much it would scrape then. But yeah, and then hopefully, I mean, the guy I read on the Hellcat forum too, he said that the ride quality was actually a lot nicer than it is from factory when you do the rears only. So hopefully, on this being a Charger, it's the same story. But yeah, we shall see how it looks tomorrow, boys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, boys, we just dropped it off to get lowered. And we'll see you later on. Alrighty guys, we got the Redeye picked up from the shop. All I can say is it looks phenomenal. Those lowering springs in the back of the car sitting perfect now, to be honest. Let's do a whole 360 walk around of the car. Gotta get all the springs. Yeah, I can say it rides a million times better with those rear low ring springs. And it kills that gap perfectly. But yeah, if you guys have a wide body Scat, Hellcat, Redeye, Jailbreak, whatever, I would say put those on immediately, because it, you know, if you don't want to do the front because you don't want to hit anything or whatever, I would definitely go with this solution, because that makes it look perfect. And now I don't have to sacrifice hitting everything in the front of my car now, which I already hit a good amount of stuff in this car as it is. But yeah, also too, in the description I'll put the part numbers for the rear lowering springs and then the rear upper control arm. But yeah, I got all that stuff in the back, the upper control arm, the adjustable upper control arm, and then the rear lowering springs from BMR suspension. I'll also put their link down in the description also. But yeah, it came out phenomenal. You already know we got to get the Redeye emblem. Yeah, even in auto too, like when I had the car in auto now, you know, because sometimes I forget to take it out of auto, which is also eco mode. You know, when you drive it kind of going a little bit fast, it would feel really swayy, like, you know, it feel real loose in the rear end. But these lowering springs got it tightened it up way more. So then now, and honestly, going over bumps and everything too, it feels like factory, but you know, it's a little bit stiffer, but it rides like a dream. But yeah, I'll get the camera set up so I could do a couple flybys, and then, you know, we can get this video wrapped up. And there we go, guys. We made it home safe in the Redeye. I got my front bumper and mirror covers on the car, so when it comes time to clean them, the bugs will it'll be a lot easier to clean the bugs off there. Especially it being a wide body, you know, you got to clean those flares up. But I'll get a couple more angles of the car before we wrap the video up. Grab that angle and go over here. Maybe I'll walk down the driveway too for a second. Go back here too, get this angle. But yeah, on the whole car ride, I did about a 3-hour car ride in the car just to see how it was, and it was a million times better than what it used to be. And yeah, it's the way my driveway is angled too. It's at like this kind of an angle, so the front does look higher right now, which it's funny because then when I back the car in, I don't know, it's so weird how it is. But yeah, in certain angles I do notice the front sits a lot higher than the back, but when you're on a flat surface it's leveled. But you know, I'd rather have it a little bit lower in the back and like the front like this than the back being up like, you know, almost like 2.5 inches, and then the front being, you know, maybe an inch and a half. So, you know, it goes hand in hand. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share to whoever you want. And hopefully within the next week or so, we'll have another mod video. And, you know, a bunch of other cool videos coming soon too with this. Although I did say that last video too, but in the meantime, just trying to get some things sorted out with it. And then hopefully we get the first start, and then I can show you guys some other stuff I have planned for it too. This is JoJo's Whips, and I'm out.